I ain't worried about money. No, I'm not. Just a message on my heart. We need more than just Sunday. I need you to find out who you are, God of the impossible. When I get down on my knees, I'ma carry this gospel. Jesus Christ. Lord, I pray you guide my feet. I'm never quiet when I step in. Hey, God is the king. Bring the king to every city like LeBron chasing rings. Pull up to the city and flood it like tsunamis. Cause in the streets it's blood and then these youngins are catching bodies. Scratch that, Jesus was ready to pay the price. Blood out, came from heaven, surrendered his life. Generational curses, we breaking them clean off. Clean the sweat from the flow of my brother with detox. Gave me that load of shoddy with the no sawed off. Delusional from the ice, he was so throwed off. We had some big homies, now fathers are role models. Taught us how to hit a lick, flip a brick and drink from bottles. Dead that, catch me where you're set at preaching. Mothers, they pray for sons, asking God for their freedom. Places they're scared to go, that's where God has us reaching. I'm a rep to my death, I do it for God's kingdom. I ain't worried about money. Just a message on my heart. We need more than just Sunday. I need you to find out who you are, God of the impossible. When I get down on my knees, I'ma carry this gospel. Jesus Christ. Lord, I pray you guide my feet. My prayer hands hit heavy cause I'm repping for the king. Young Debo in the building, we breaking off chains. I was dead in the grave like a heart attack, and now I'm covered in his blood like a shark attack. I can tell by your fruit where your heart is at. Get into prayer in your Bible, that's the starter pack. Yeah, my faith bigger than the caddy on dubs. I'm a servant to the king, it don't matter who show me love. Give your life to Christ,
Hey, what's happening?
Each one teach one.
How's everyone doing? Hope y'all are doing well. Let me get comfortable here. Hey, I've had a lot of requests for the new training that I've been doing. I started back in, I think it's November we had our first class. We've had a couple of classes since. So get ready to start up a new class, a new training block for folks who want to start home churches. So on March 13th, I got my new training block that's going to be that I'm going to start. So the first two have gone super well, a lot better than what I expected. I'm not sure what I expected, but it's definitely going better than I expected. So next class, March 13th, I've had several of you guys that have been asking when the next one is going. So this one is open to the public. Our last one wasn't. First one was. So I'll be doing these I'll be opening up to the public about every 2 months. So what you'll do is you're going to go to my website, which the link is attached here. I'm going to go to the website, fill out an application. I'll get that and I'll review it. Those of you that I already know, I've already been talking to, don't worry, I won't reject your application. But if I don't know you, I may ask some more questions or whatever. But this is for folks who want to start a home church. So it could be you're a pastor and you want to start a network of them and you need some training. You want to send your folks to training, you want to learn more about it, whatever the case is, fill out an application, hit me up, I'll tell you more about it. Or just for folks, I got a lot of friends who just are unable to go to their local churches for whatever reason. Might be uncomfortable, their church is not they're only having online services. So what's up, Wes? Omega, Omega, you know what you can do. So I know you were thinking about. I'm doing well, Wes. How you doing, man? I know, Omega, you were thinking about going to Pastor Rob's place in San Francisco and checking out the home church out there. We're just doing them. I'm just doing them with my family here at my own house. So you guys ever want to join me, you can hit me up. you can just join me. So if I was at Freddie's house last week, did it there, had some friends over, and we're gonna be just doing it at my house. So just with my family, it's just me, Janet, and Deja that are doing them at my place. And then if anyone happens to be here, they get to, hang out with us and have church with us at our house. So it's not open to the public for sure. So if you hear about that, I'm just doing them with my family, and then people who have went through the training and want to like learn about it. Or if I'm at your house, we're gonna be doing it there. I personally am just uncomfortable like being in the big crowds of churches just because of COVID, and I don't know if people are careful and if they have it and if they're, and so you're like me, and you still want to have church at home. You can check out this training and learn a little bit about like what Jesus expects from us as believers, and what kind of disciples we're supposed to be reproducing. And for those of you pastors that are like finding it super challenging to grow your church and your community, to grow the kingdom, to keep your folks engaged who just want to serve and are getting frustrated, learn more about launching home churches, home fellowships. It's really a good way of developing deep relationships inside of your local church, and learning more about the biblical values. I think the church in our nation has kind of lost sight of, or lost track of, or there's gaps and definitely gaps when it comes to some of the values that Jesus expects from believers in the church, in American church. We have some gaps. It's my intent to help support the local church body in filling those things and filling those gaps, as well as just, it's not just all about home churches. I don't think that that's the only way that the Bible talks about us, being the church. It's more about being the church and not just attending. So we really focus on, hit me up, Omega. We'll schedule a Sunday. You can come down and join us. All right. And we can hang out together, and you'll see just how we're doing it. It's not how we're doing our home church. It's not the like only way, but it is a pretty awesome way. So you can learn more about it. Omega has been to like the first two trainings that I conducted, because she just liked it so much, I guess. I don't know. But my last one was with the KMF women's leaders, or prospective leaders. So all of the KMF small group leaders are going to be going through this training. I do that one private, so not everybody can join that. It's not a public one. But that one was all of the prospective women they're looking at to be small group leaders and discipleship leaders. And we had about 30 some odd women, and it was amazing. I had the best time any kind of training I've led, so it was amazing. Mike Gutierrez, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Where was I? Let's see. Oh, for pastors, I got a lot of pastor friends who, like, before COVID, their churches were doing really well, and then during COVID, like some of them were just like they're not doing so well. And so this is a way, I was really asking God, like, Lord, what? You saw this coming. You knew this was going to happen. And I know the Lord always turns bad situations into good. He turns our lives where they're going bad, and he turns it to good. And everything Satan intends for bad, he finds a way of turning it for good. And he's always 20 steps ahead of Satan. So I'm like, Lord, I know you saw this coming, and I know that you can turn all of this stuff that's happening that COVID caused for bad, you can turn it for good. And so, like, I want to know his plans. And part of it was this. This is where I came up with the whole home church training. So, what's up, Sarah? Maria. Oh, Maria and Sarah were in the training as well. It was amazing. So, I was just saying, Maria, I know Omega has been asking me more about the home church training and stuff like that. So I was telling her that she's welcome to come down. You guys, Maria, are welcome to come down and on a Sunday and have home church with us. I know there's some folks interested in doing it. So anyway, we will be starting, enough of that. Okay, we will be starting our next home training session. It's a 5-week training session. So every Saturday from 12 till 2 p.m. But you got to sign up fast because you got to read a book before our first class. So we're going to meet, and all we'll do is talk about what you learned. So the first class, you have to have a whole book read. It's a book called Letters to the Church by Francis Chan. You got to have that whole thing read. So is it a lot? Yes. And then every week you have to watch a whole bunch of videos. And then all we do is we talk about what you learned. And I have a handout where we just basically focus on like what are the basic and most important biblical principles that Jesus expects from us, from the church body as believers. And those are the types of characteristics or qualities or values that we need to instill into people, into disciples that we're creating. So I believe there are things that will strengthen the church body, will strengthen you, it will make you a better Christian, better father and mother and leader and pastor and whatever role that you play in God's kingdom. It'll help you. I believe it'll start to help you find yourself and find your place in God's kingdom. So, let's see. Hey, what's up, V? Miguel? I think, what else? What else do you need to know? So once you sign up, you're going to sign up. You're going to go to my website, sign up. March 13th, it goes all the way through April, I don't know, something, count off 5 Saturdays, and that's how long it goes. But I'll tell you, it's a lot of work. It's a ton of work. If you plan on just showing up on Saturdays and then just listening for 2 hours, you're not getting nothing out of it. Really, the most you get out of it is the homework that you do every week. It's watching videos and doing some reading, reading the Bible, researching some stuff. So you'll only get out what you put in. If you don't have time to put nothing in, don't sign up. If you're planning on going and changing everything in your church and you're not even one of the church leaders, that's not what it's for. If you want to launch a network of home churches, come check it out. If you're a pastor, or if you just like want to start home church at or a Bible study or a home fellowship, come check it out. It's for you for sure. We've had pretty amazing time. V, how you doing? He says you will be blessed. Definitely. I loved it. V was in our last training. It was the best time for sure. Best group I've ever had the privilege of training. So, what other questions did I not address? So the whole thing is all on Zoom. It's all online. All the folks we'll have folks on there from different churches, different beliefs and denominations, and cities and states, and maybe out of the country. So I don't talk about denominations and those things. What I talk about is how we love Jesus, how we love the church, how we build it, how we advance God's kingdom, And what are the important characteristics that we have to possess to do all those things? Where we can like thrive even in the hardest times. Like God's church is meant to thrive in adversity. We're meant to Jesus created a church that is supposed to love each other to the point where we're so sincere and we lay down everything for each other that it makes it so attractive to the world that they only see truth in it. They see the love of Christ in it, and it becomes like gravity and just sucks people into the church. So you'll learn all these things. Super cool. Let's see if I got some questions here. Yeah, if you have questions about it, let me know. Let's see, I'm for these comments. I haven't seen you, Michael, for a long time, man. I hope you're doing well, bro. Anyway, I think I'm about to get up out of here. Go if you're interested, or you're interested for your church or someone else, go fill out the application. You're gonna have to do it fast because there's like a book you got to order from Francis Chan called Letters to the Church. Amazing book. I've also partnered with Crazy Love Ministries. They're a good friend of mine. It's an elder in Crazy Love Ministry. Is helps me out with behind the scenes, a strategy, launching this thing. And he's also part of one of the training sessions, our very last training session. Help give some advice and launching and all these things, answering some questions about the book and lots of other stuff. So it's super cool and very powerful. If you have more questions, hit me up. Otherwise, in the link, check it out. Do it quick. You got to have everything done. If you come into the training and you're behind, you don't even have the book read. By the time our first hold up. By the time we have our first meeting, you'll never catch up. It's just too much info. So it is a lot of work. So be prepared for that. Hey, I love you guys. Share this. Let me know if you have questions. You can message me, and I'll do my best to get back as quick as possible. I love you guys. You guys take care.
Let me give you the scoop. They've been waiting for the call. It's go, go, go. Same vision as the mission. It's souls. My treasure is in heaven and I'm stacking it up. You see your brother sliding back? Ask him